Hey, it is Craft Wednesday. Welcome back to Coach Janice Easy Fit. We are doing our Craft Wednesday day. We have a painting to get to. We got those buildings to fill in, okay? But first, our meditation. Now, remember in meditation, I want you to think about all the sounds you hear. There are no lyrics allowed, so if you choose your own music, that's fine. If you just listen to mine, that's cool. I don't know if it's going to be loud enough for you. But during the meditation, I want you to think about the dropping a pebble into still water and the ripples that it makes and give it a color. So we're going to imagine those things. What I want you to do is I want you to get one thing that you really need to work on. And I want you to telepathically, I want you to just think about it in your mind. I want you to give that to God. Okay? You need His help with this. The reason I say telepathically, okay? 1, we're telepathic beings. 2, the devil can't hear you telepathically. He was cut off when he fell, okay? So he is cut off. You got to remember when we say things out loud and we're praying, whatever it is that we're praying for, the devil's listening too. God's not the only one that wanted you back with Him. You are His child. We are all His children and He wants us home with Him. So, the devil also wants your soul. He wants slaves. Remember that. So if you say things out loud or you're praying, that's why we always rebuke things that want to go against our will, things that want to go against the prayers that we're praying for, things that want to have ill will. We want to rebuke it. Okay? So remember to do that if you're saying it out loud, but you don't have to say anything out loud. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to say anything out loud. You can say it right here. God will hear you. Okay? Watch out for the signs. 111, 888, 222. Those are all angel numbers. Look them up. Look up their meanings. And then work with those. Okay? You might see animal symbolisms. Rabbits are good things. Eagles, hawks, things like that. They're very good omens. So look up what animals that you're looking into and see what you can work on within you and what you're working on. So whatever pain you're going through, just pick one thing. We might have many, many things. It could be financial. It could be little. It can be like, I really just don't have motivation today. Can you please give me motivation for the next couple of weeks or whatever it is? It can be anything, okay? And I want you to give that to God and let Him have it. It can be about someone being rude to you. We don't want to wish for anyone's downfall. We just want to give that to God and be like, you know what? It was really hurtful what they said. I pray that they find you. I pray that they seek you. I pray that you can communicate with them and fix it. And you don't have to think about it anymore. You're going to give it to God, okay? So let's do our meditation. And then we're going to get into the painting. Ready? Let's go. Sit with me for a second before we do our meditation. I need you to slow your heart rate down. This is how we get our images. If you get any images, by the way, tell me all about them down below. I'm very curious to hear all about it, okay? It's not what our focus is, but if you do happen to see them, it's great to keep a journal or at least tell me about it and share. Okay, slowing your heart rate. It's in between while we're slowing it down that we get better images, okay? And I want you to do this safely. I'm going to give you an example real quick before we get into it. So you're going to exaggerate filling up your lungs. Fill them up. You'll notice my shoulders go up as I'm filling my lungs. And I'm going to give you this little example. I'm going to talk the whole way while I'm breathing down. This is how long it should take you to take all your breath back out. Okay? Ready? Fill them up, fill them up, fill them up. Hold at the top. Now, me talking, this is how long it should take and how slow your breath should come down while you're deflating your lungs, okay? Before I go and take another breath in, okay? This is gonna take this long and I just need to keep talking and talking and talking, and then here we go. Breathe in. Ready? And again. So like I was saying, it should take you a while before your breath comes all the way down. It's in this moment that you will start to kind of like feel tingly and have nothing left. You don't want anything left in here until you feel like you're about to break, and right now I'm struggling. Ready? Do you see that? So this is where I want you. That's where I want you. And this is, I want you to do it safely, please do not pass out on me. So this is, I want you to the point of where you're like, okay, now I'm fighting for air. Okay, and I want you to do that. All right, I'm gonna push you back a little bit so we can get into this better. Now remember, in Ayurveda, ether, air, fire, water, earth, these are our elements. I want them all together this time. And then you place them on your knees. Hands down, this part is on your knee. Ready? Let's do this. Remember, we're listening to the music. We're making images with ripples, like a stone into still water. Give it a color. Let's go. Relax. Breathe in. Hold at the top and slowly release. Close your eyes. Breathe in. Keep going. Remember to give God the one problem that you need help with. Breathe in again. Keep going. And breathe in. Breathe in. Beautifully done, guys. Beautifully done. When you're doing meditation on your own, try to start with one song. Sometimes it's really hard to sit still and do that because our mind starts to think. It's okay if thoughts come up. Notice them, but don't dwell on them. Let them kind of pass, okay? It's an exercise that it does take time for you to like transmute that. Try for one whole song, whether that song is only 1 minute or this next song, it's called Double Sunrise. It's 7 minutes and 51 seconds. So eventually you'll be able to do it that long, and gradually you'll do it for 3 songs or 4 songs. And then you'll be able to do it for longer. Give yourself grace when you're first starting out, okay? Because not everyone can do this perfectly. And if you don't see any images right away, that's okay too. Just remember that we're going to give that one thing that we need help with, we're going to give that to God. So at least think of that and give it to God, and just kind of just sit in relaxation, okay? I promise as you do this more, you'll get better at it, and you'll start getting images, and they'll just start flooding through, and it'll be really cool. So keep a journal and tell me about it, because I really do want to know. I'm just curious what other people see. So if you're using acrylics, remember to water down. We have a large area to cover for where the buildings are going to be. We're not going to focus on too many details of the buildings. We're going to get the basic color down. You can use whatever color you want. They can be cream colored buildings. You can do a green building. You can do some that are blue. It doesn't matter. You can change them along the way as we do more details as well. For now, we're going to get the base of it and a little bit of shadow work, but not much else, because it's a lot to cover and it will take a little bit of time. If you're doing acrylics, either wet down the area first and then put your paints in, or water down your paints so that it spreads easier, okay? If you're doing oils, sorry, my kid's really loud. He's playing video games with his friends. If you're doing oils, we need our liquid clear because it's on a drier surface, so it's going to take extra oil paints, and we don't really want to waste all of our paint, right? So we need our liquid clear out. Put the liquid clear on first, and then put your color on, okay? If you're doing color pencils and any of that stuff, or watercolors, same thing as acrylic as with watercolors. Either wet the place down first and then put your colors on, or just get the colors really wet. Very wet, almost translucent. So with watercolors, you're going to be layering a lot, but that's okay. Those are fun to play with too. Maybe we'll do a session with watercolors. That'll be fun. But anyways, let's get that started. I'm doing oils, so I need to put my liquid clear down real quick, and then we'll get started on the colors. I'm probably going to start with like more beigey tones first. I think I might want to do one building blue, and then maybe one in the back I'll do like a green color or something. I don't know. That'll be fun. I might change it over time too, so we'll see. And then I'll have a picture printed that I'll keep on the side. My color printer doesn't work right now, so it's just going to be in black and white, but I just need the basic shadowings and shapes of the buildings. That's all I really need out of that picture anyways. But that'll be for next week. Right now, it's just getting the base color down, okay? All right, let's go. Okay, I'm getting my liquid clear out, and I'm gonna do a time lapse for it so it's not forever, okay? Okay, so I had to kind of play with colors real quick. Remember, we had a sidewalk in here, okay? So that will be a brown color. So this is going to be a little bit more yellow than I wanted, but that's okay because it's just a base and we can always lighten it up as we go. We just want to fill it all in. You can do crisscross, you can do whatever. It doesn't actually matter right now. It's just the base. I do like to get over here on the edges. All right, so how's it going? I hope you guys' day is good. Dang, I was gonna do a random fact of the day. Darn it. I forgot to look one up for you, just for funsies. Whoop. And we're just gonna, I had this building kind of interesting, but that is what that building is. It's an interesting shape up here. Virginia City is known for its ghost town. Have you ever watched Ghost Hunters with that Zach Bagans guy? I think his work is better than some of the other kind of ghost hunters I've seen, because on his you actually get to see some of the ghosts. Whether they put that in there or not, whatever. But Virginia City really is known for people seeing their ghosts. Especially at one of the hotels where there was an actual murder there. Yeah, I know, crazy. You guys can look this up. You might be able to, I wonder if there's some on YouTube, you might be able to see some of Zach Bagans' work over here. Bagans, I don't know. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. It's okay. Remember, we're just dealing with shapes right now, so. Okay, remember we're gonna follow our line because the sidewalk kind of gets smaller as it goes away. Now, in Virginia City, what I was gonna do with this painting, and we'll see if I do it or not. Maybe we just get too many details going on in the building and I leave it alone. But my original idea of this, because they hold dirt bike races there every year at a certain time. One year was actually in, oh, that nail's kind of popped through. Go away, nail. Okay. One year was in October. It was with their 50th anniversary of doing it. And I actually got to go to that one. I don't go to all of them, but that one in particular I did go to. So they do a lot of things up there. It's like really cool. It's very old town still. And anyways, between where I live and going to Virginia City or going over to Carson or Dayton or even the mountains through Silver Springs getting to Reno is known very much so, and they're always around. You can at least see one, but you usually see a bunch of herds of wild Mustangs. And so you'll actually see the Mustangs around on the streets. So talk about horsepower. You get the horsepower from the horses and from the dirt bikes. So I was going to do like dirt bike and horses coming along, just kind of to celebrate both of them being there. Oh, don't do that, camera. That's not nice. Sometimes it tries to fall on me. But yeah, they do. So my house that I bought right now that I'm in was known to have ostriches. It was an ostrich farm. And I believe they used some of the ostrich from this farm up there for the ostrich races. They do ostrich races up there as well. They're known for doing Rocky Mountain Oyster and Chili Fest. They are always doing so many fun events. You guys, if you've never been to Virginia City in Nevada, come out and see it. You're gonna love it. Even if it's not busy, it's just fun to go back in time. And just kind of, plus you help out the residents that live there and work there, but it's just fun to go back in time and experience what used to be, I'm so happy that they kept this city the way that it is. It's why it's my favorite city. When you go there, you will understand why this is my favorite city. I've always thought like when I'm super old or something, or I guess that's not too far off. Like I'm 40 now, so. Well, almost. I got one right here. But still, right? And it's like, to retire there would be so fun. People ride their quads and just park it on the side of the street so they can go into the stores. There's bars everywhere. So you can just go bar hopping if you want. There's one that goes down into the basement. You want to check that one out. It's pretty cool. My grandpa used to do painting sign. He was a sign painter, but he's also the artist of the family. That's where we all get it from. And there are signs that are still up that he painted that are in Virginia City. So it's really cool to be part of that history. It's pretty fun. Or to at least say, my grandpa did that. My grandpa did that sign. Anything with gold leaf as well. He did a lot of that. But he did all the wooden signs. He did all the lettering. That's what he was the best at. My dad worked for him for a little while. So he learned some things on lettering and gold leaf and how to put it on and things like that. Stop it. That's obnoxious. Go to the candy shop there. We have old school candy that you forgot even existed anymore. They got it, baby. Woo! Don't fall off. Halloween is fun for the kids, especially. Every shop is always open, and you just go up and down the street and just go trick-or-treating, and it's super safe. Everybody's around. They give out candy. You can go to the bar hop, parents, just drive safely, please don't be dumb. The hills getting there are very windy, very tight, so please be careful. A lot of people have accidents there. Be responsible, but have fun. And usually they have people dress up and they'll talk about, especially at events that are going on, and you can do train rides, you can do all kinds of stuff, but they talk about the history of the town. It's really fun. It's really for tourists. They really did a good job at that. And it's been going on like that since forever. As a kid, we would always go to the cemetery, and we were gonna go, and on Halloween, it's really scary, okay? You have to be really careful, and even the townspeople will tell you, hey, for real, evil spirits will follow you home, so you need to really protect yourself spiritually, and say, leave me in the name of Jesus Christ. Do not touch me. Do not follow me home. You stay here because they will follow you home. It's known for that. It's really kind of creepy, but it's also really awesome. So if you're into that stuff, that's a good thing. And they have, what are those? They're like scary, not scary, but like, they have the escape room there as well. That'd be fun. All right, now we're gonna get some more white, okay? Kind of lighten some stuff up around here. It was very yellow, but leave some of this yellow for some of the shadowing, especially when we get down here, because this is basically covered, okay? And we'll have our lines come back later where all the support beams are. Couldn't think of the word. So get some more white. Looks like I touched black somewhere. That's awesome. That's okay. No big deal. Get the lighter color up here. We'll leave down here dark for a little bit. Just kind of do our line real fast. The tops of the buildings. Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to look that up now. I'll look it up. I'll type it down on the screen so you can read about it. About the death that happened there. The lady, I think they call her the lady in white. I could be wrong on that. But she tends to roam around in one of the bars the most because that's where she died. I guess it was pretty gruesome. That darn nail. I gotta punch those in a little better. It's gonna mess up my canvas. All right, let's get some more light in here. Remember, we're just doing the base. This is going on thick, so when we come back to it, it should still be a little bit wet, and it's okay if it's not. We'll still play with it. So yeah, if you ever want to go do a ghost town thing and have something with a bunch of events that's not too scary for kids, go there. Check it out. Go in the daytime. Go in the nighttime. They do Halloween parties too on Halloween. The adults, right? You go take your kids, and then the kids go home, and then the adults get dressed up. And in the Mackey Mansion is where they hold it, and they do a whole ball and stuff, and it's like really cool. So like I said, lots of things to do, lots of events going on over there. Street Vibrations, when that comes to Reno, they hit the smaller towns like my town, and they move up. They go to my town, then Virginia City, they go over to Gardnerville, and then they hit Reno. Reno's the bigger event one. I believe they all take it all the way down to Vegas, but when they come up here, that's where they go. I need more white. White, where'd you go? I'm running out. Look at this. Ugh. I couldn't find white the last place I went. I'm like, damn, I don't have a Michael's near me. Everything's an hour away from me, dang it. Everything, literally everything is an hour away. If I want to go to Costco, hour away. All of it is an hour away. It's kind of nice though. I do not love living in the city. I can't handle it. It's too noisy. No offense, there's just too many people. Not a big fan. Most people are energy siphoners, and I get sick when I'm around too many. So I like to be a little hermit, and in my town, I'm kind of a ghost here, so that's nice. No one really knows me. I'm just in my own little corner, like a little gremlin, and hanging out, making videos, and doing my thing. I keep to myself. Not into all that drama. Had enough of it in my life with my marriage. I'm good. Ah, no. This is why we have an apron. I can wipe it down on my apron. We took our kids there when they were littler. We take them all the time. But, it was on 4th of July, so everything's decorated in flags, and they got this guy playing a banjo, and he gave the kids a little instrument and stuff. And one of my daughters, hilarious, because her laugh is so deep, especially when she was younger. Just like, yeah. It's just hilarious. I'll have to find that video and post it on here. She will be so mad at me, but it was seriously so cute. But she turned beet red. She was so embarrassed but having a good time, you know. But we're all watching her, and people are passing by on the street and looking and watching everybody, and she's just laughing. That was hilarious. But yeah, like I said, something for everyone over there. Okay, like I said, this is not the perfection part. We are not perfectionists right now. We're just laying base colors down. That's it. Want the shapes, want the base. And where we're gonna have our little support beams. There they go. Okay. Oh, I should have done the brown first. Damn. Okay, fine. Do the brown. Get a darker color. Okay, that's not brown. That was Indian red. That's okay. We'll do Indian red and this green over here. Sap green and Indian red. We'll make brown. We'll just make it. Make it a self. I just kind of blended it in with the, I thought I was going to use blue, but apparently I'm not. I just mixed it in with the yellow color that we were using. Those were on the screen of the colors. So if you need to go back to that part of the screen. All right. Before I draw my lines, oh, actually we'll just draw lines with these two. Again, do not be perfect with this yet. Perfection does not get to happen yet. Hold it down. At this point, if you need other music on, totally fine. Just make sure your lyrics, even in regular day life, okay? Make sure when we're healing, okay, whether it's whatever trauma you went through or injuries, if you're a brain injury survivor like me, try not to have too many negative type of lyrics that you're listening to for a while, because that just stirs up that same anxiety, and it stirs up, sorry, headshot. It just stirs up those same feelings, and then we can't get past that, you know? So it really matters what you're listening to. It matters what you're watching on TV. If you're watching drama series where everybody's just angry with everybody and they just start a bunch of drama, please don't. Just when we're healing, it matters so much what we intake in our minds, because it affects everything that we've been working on, and it can hinder our work, okay? So it's super important to remember what we're listening to and be mindful about it. Right now, it's just a bunch of shapes and lines. When are we going to get to the detail? Well, in a minute. Okay. Next time. And the next time after that. And then from there, you can add whatever you want. You can have people. You can just leave it just buildings, and it can be a ghost town where no one's there. That is up to you. You make this painting how you want it. You can color the buildings different colors than me. You can make the whole town pink. You want a pink town? Do it. You want a purple one? Do it. You want it all gray and gloomy? Do it. You want it all brick? It is your painting. You're the artist. Okay? I'm just showing you what to do at this point. I'm just going to put these down here so I remember where my lines are. And I'm just going to blend those out in a minute. Paint can be painted back over, okay? It's just paint. There are no mistakes. What does Bob Ross say? Happy little mistakes. It's all good. Life in general is making mistakes sometimes. Hey, I don't want that though. I don't want a clump, okay? No. It's gonna mess up everything. Happy little accidents. That's what he says. Happy little accidents. You ever watch Bob Ross? I got hooked onto that because my grandpa would watch him sometimes when he came out, you know. That was so long ago. I still watch him sometimes. I think it's on Freevee if you have Roku or whatever. Those little, I don't know, those Amazon sticks, whatever they are. I don't freaking know anymore. I know that there's doors up in here. So I'm just going to kind of base out with a little bit of this brown where I want my doors and where I'm going to want my window. Because they have windows, you know? This bottom line is going to come down more than the top line, okay? Don't worry, again, we'll perfect that later. I just need where my basic shapes and where I want things at. Another window here. This one will be a door coming down. Notice I did not change my brush. We're still using the very same brush. Don't need to change it yet. Some doors also have like a double door and only one of them they'll allow you to use. Kind of funny, but. Since we spilled over our street. Okay. This side needs their little door. This one's got this one will do the double door. Headshot. Make sure you're following that line, right? So if you need a string, you can do the string trick. That's fine. I'll show you that on the next one when we get more perfectionism. Remember, we're just working with shapes here. And nothing's concrete yet, okay? Nothing is set in stone. But I do want this window. And no, the window's not going to stay brown. We're just looking at shadow points. All we care about is shadows. Shadows and shapes, okay? Shadows and shapes, my dear. Shadows and shapes. What did I say? Shadows and shapes. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Get the shadow of this rooftop like I did over there. And because up there is still liquidy, I can kind of blend it a little bit. Okay. Going down there. There's a support beam here. Support beam here. Support beam that comes right through that window. They do have benches on here, so eventually we'll paint some of the benches that they do got going on. But what a time it would be to be back then, right? Where this was still all dirt. Crazy. Okay, so far, that's what we're working with here. Look at that. I need to fix these lines. Sometimes when you stand back, you can see where your mistake is. When you're looking too close, you don't see it. Okay, that's good for right now. I kind of want to leave it at that. I mean, I can go like this. Because this is going to be part of the roof detail. So we'll get a little shadow there. This building especially. And then, yeah, we'll add all the other details. There's going to be hanging signs, because they have hanging signs. Oh, another place to go there. You want an old-fashioned picture? Old-timey and everything? Go there. I will be dragging my boyfriend there. He promised I could, so I'm going to when he gets into town. But, yeah, it'll be great. They dress you in the old-timey clothes. So, ladies, those dresses. Okay, there's many different kinds, like a prairie type kind, but also like working in an old saloon. Okay, and you are in a saloon, actually, where they're taking the picture. set up in an old saloon. They have little changing places, don't worry. And you change behind some curtains. They're in a stall. And if you need help with it, they will help you. They're awesome in there. They're amazing people. The work they do is freaking amazing. The photographers are so nice and so helpful. And it's definitely worth it. You know what? I'll show you a picture of some that we did. It was with my mom, my aunt, my sister, and my niece. And then I'll have to find the family one we did. When we were all a family. We're no longer one. Oh, that's funny. Okay, let's leave it like that for right now. And then we'll come back to this. I'm not trying to take up all your time, because we can sit here for hours, but I don't think you'll want me to do that yet. And then to load that video, I don't think my phone will like me very much either. You know? All right. I like it. Make sure you wash your brush out. I use a paint thinner. Let me just, all right, coming together, okay? You see, it's coming together. Slowly but surely. Okay, so how'd you do? Did you like it today? Was it good? You convinced yet to come to Virginia City and check it out? I convinced you. I know I did. You're gonna wanna try. And guess what? It's almost August, so it's gonna be hot August nights. You're gonna wanna come to that, especially over in Reno, because they have like 3 different areas that they do hot August nights, and then after that is Street Vibrations. If you don't know what Street Vibrations is, it's where all the people who own motorcycles, including the motorcycle gangs, Hells Angels, all that, they all show up. And then you also have the rib cook-off right around the same time. So lots of stuff coming up. And then September, I think it's September 7th, is the hot air balloon races. And you want to get there. It's over by UNR. It's at a park called San Rafael. Okay, Rancho San Rafael. That's where they do the balloons. You want to get there really early. And I'm talking like 2 a.m. 2 a.m. It starts at 6 when they start to blow up the balloons, and then to take off, because they try to do it right at sunrise. So you want a good parking spot. So I highly recommend go get some Starbucks or whatever kind of coffee you want to have. Get your donut, or get that stuff the day before so that you have your donuts at least, and then get your coffee later. I don't know. But yeah, want a good parking spot. You'll be parking over near UNR. The university over there. There's parking, I believe, in the UNR spaces, and then there's parking all around in different areas. You might have to search, but you're going to want a good parking spot. It is going to take you a minute to walk there, and then to get a good seat. And you're allowed to go walk around and check out the balloons before they blow them up, and you can ask permission. I don't know who exactly you can ask. I think anyone that owns the balloons, you could probably ask if you could, like, one day get a ride, or, you know, you might have to schedule that with them. Don't quote me on that, but you can go ask them all your questions at least. So that's cool. They do all different kinds of shapes. They're really cool. They're really fun stuff coming up. So look up all those events for Reno, Nevada, and come out and see it all, because you're gonna miss out, and you don't want to do that. Pretty awesome. Rib cook-off. Okay, they take it real serious. Come hungry. Do not eat the day before, okay? Like, come starving so that you can test out all the ribs, and then do a competition of it. You don't have to buy where you have a seated area. There is a seated area, but that seated area you do have to pre-buy. So if you didn't know that already, now you know. It's kind of expensive, but it's worth it, I hear. I don't know. I've always just gone and just walked around and just tested out the ribs. They also have a bunch of vendors, so if you feel like shopping and getting some trinkets along the way, there's artists of all types. It's pretty badass. So there's movie theater, there's bar hopping, there's bars literally down that whole strip. It's over next to the Nugget. Okay, so Victoria Avenue is what it's called. So that's the street name. They close it all off. It's all awesome. You need to go. It's freaking awesome. They had a lot of GTOs last time, and it just makes me so sad that my GTO is not in it yet. One day, I will get Roxanne in there. Anyways, you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week for more details. You ready? Me too, because this is going to be cool. And I'll make sure I have the reference picture so we know what the freak we're doing. All right, guys, you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.